guys, thanks for tuning in. First time me working on a Mercedes. It's a GL 450 and it belongs to a friend of ours, and they just bought it, so they didn't know the history on it, but it had an air suspension problem and I never messed with one. What was happening when it sits, the front was drifting down, sometimes to the left, sometimes to the right. So I looked everything over, and with close inspection, the compressor is new, all the airbag struts are new, a lot of new goodies underneath it. So somebody obviously had it worked on at one time. Anyway, it's a 2011 GL 450 4MATIC all-wheel drive V8, pretty cool ride. So I went to it with my soapy water. Started squirting and seeing if I saw, anything obvious. And what I found on top of the compressor in the right hand front side, just under the bumper cover, there's your compressor, and there's a control valve that's right over the compressor. All your lines go into the top, and well, something like this. See your lines, and they're marked, and it says front right, front left, and I hit all those with soapy water, figuring I would find one leaking, and nothing. So I didn't even think of it. I went on to the airbags, checked those, sprayed them with soap, no leaks, and then I went underneath the front end and I sprayed the bottom of the valve that sits on top of the compressor. I sprayed that, and I saw bubbles coming from the bottom of the control valve. So I'm hoping that's it. Underneath it. So I ordered one online. It was only 50-60 bucks. Hopefully it works, and I'm going to give it a whirl. Like I said, first time working on it, and I basically, you can unbolt the module from the top of the compressor, and I took out the inner fender, inner plastic fender, and I did one line at a time. You unscrew them, and the new valve came with the new little compression fittings. So that's really it. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed, and hopefully that's it. Maybe this will help. Actually, let me I'll give you guys a little closer look on what it looks like when the inner fender well, so that inner fender well comes out, and it was a couple of 10mm bolts, and the whole inner fender well doesn't need to come out. It's just basically like the front half, and then it accesses the compressor, and like I was mentioning, that looks new, as well as the airbag struts, and right on top of it sits the solenoid valve, and there's the plug to it right there. And I was basically able to unbolt it, unplug it, move the whole thing out, and then unscrew my lines. And so this one is ready to go back in, and then we'll see what happens. So that did it, guys, by changing that valve, which, once again, all that stuff looked new, including the valve, but it did have a crack in the back, in the bottom of it. So once again, super happy. And it's been off for about an hour. It hadn't drifted down. It's sitting really good. And I'm happy. First time playing with the Benzo. Hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe it helped. Comment. Maybe you can give me some advice. And please remember to subscribe.